Hi, this video is about the blanks levels of language developed by Blank, Rose and Berlin. This is a way of categorizing language into 4 different levels, with level 1 being the easiest and level 4 being the most complex. People with language difficulties understand and learn new language skills better when their communication partners adjust their language to match their level. But how does a communication partner know where to pitch their language or how to use language at the correct level? This is where blanks is really useful. Blank levels help communication partners think about where individual language learners are at and modify their language accordingly. You can use all 4 levels during the same activity. So if you're a teacher in a classroom, you can be reading one book, but use different levels of questions for different students. Or equally, if you're a parent, you can work on all different levels with your children within the same activity. So I'm going to put up a picture of a swimming pool, and I have some examples of questions at each level. There are a lot more questions you could ask, but this is just to show you some ideas. Obviously, this is a picture, but you could use the same questions if you were actually at a real pool. So level 1 questions are the most basic. They are usually asking someone to name something or to point to an object. So in our picture, you could point to the clock and say, "What is this?" You could point to one of the rings and say, "Find another one like this." Or you could ask someone to point to the goggles. Level 2 focuses on describing, so color, size, shape, as well as WH questions like who, what, and where. So in the picture, our questions could be, what color is the water? Who is sitting? Show me something you can kick. Where is the blue pool noodle? And what is the girl doing? Level 3 moves on to retelling and sequencing information, as well as understanding other people's thoughts and feelings. So level 3 questions could be asking, what is he saying? How does the boy feel? And level 3 also includes negation. So for example, show me someone who is not wearing armbands. Level 4 is the most difficult level. It involves answering how and why questions, justifying and reasoning. Level 4 questions you could ask would be, why do people wear armbands? What should the boy do? And how do you know these boys are friends? A really important thing to note about blanks levels is that it doesn't have to be questions. You can work on developing language using blanks levels by commenting instead of asking questions. And in this way, you're reducing pressure on the person that you're with. So to change some of the questions we asked into comments, instead of asking someone to point to the goggles, you could say, the boy is wearing goggles while you point to them. Instead of asking, what is the girl doing? You can say, this girl is diving. Instead of asking, what is the boy being splashed saying? You can say, this boy is saying, stop splashing me. And instead of asking, why do we wear armbands? You can say, armbands help us to float when we are learning to swim. Blanks levels are also about what language not to use. So if the person you're with is at level 1, there's probably not much point in focusing a lot on level 4 because it will probably be too difficult for them. If you want to work on progressing to the next stage, you can model or answer a higher level question yourself. So if the person you're with is a level 2, you could model or answer a level 4 question. So you could say, the boy is wearing armbands because they help us to float when we're learning to swim. And in that way, you're still working on a why because question, but there is no pressure on the young person. So that is an overview on blanks levels. I've made a quiz on Edpuzzle, so you could test yourself on the different levels if you want, and I'll link it down below. If you want to know more about the blanks levels, please ask your speech and language therapist. And just before finishing, I want to point out that the amazing poster I was using today and the one that's on your screen now is from ELKLAN, and I'll put a link in the description box to their website. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.